What's going on, guys? Tony the Arcade Dad here, and today we are going to be finally going over the Dave & Buster's incident. What happened to us at Dave & Buster's back in December? Why there hasn't been any Dave & Buster's videos coming out recently? We will be finally answering the question from the corporate headquarters of, as YouTubers, are we allowed to film at Dave & Buster's? Plus a lot of other fun stuff and a lot of other awesome news. So definitely stay put, and we will get this thing started right now. What is going on, everybody? Tony the Arcade Dad here, and I am super happy to be here with all of you guys today. What's going on, Mary Beth? How's it going? Popcorn Girl. How is everybody doing? Tom, what is going on? Man, glad to have you guys hanging out with us. It looks like it's going to be a pretty small crowd today because I think Matt3756 is still live. He's getting that watch time up like he needs to be better for his channel. So it's going to be awesome. Do you like my new YouTube name? Yeah, it goes with what your actual name is. So we definitely enjoy that a lot better. But like I said in the intro, guys, today we're going to be going over the Dave & Buster's incident. I have a whole itinerary of stuff that's going to... I have, like, my desk is, like, full of actual, like, documentation today. It's, like, this whole, like, I mean, look at this thing, guys. Like, this is documentation of everything that's going to be happening. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a great time today. And you guys are going to learn some stuff that, if y'all do like to film at arcades, or if you like watching arcade YouTube channels, you guys are going to get to see like a back door, a backroom look into the stuff that we have to do off camera to make sure that we could come up with some really good video content for you guys in reference to the Dave & Buster's incident from back in December with us. I'm going to be answering questions at the end of the stream for anybody who has any questions. Did I pre-record that intro? No. Actually, what I do is I live stream the intro, I live stream the actual intro music, and then I go right into stream, and see I'll do it right now. Now I'm going to switch over to this camera angle. I'm going to do a false intro for everybody who just joined. Thank you so much for joining our stream, and we're going to get the stream moving forward. Alright, guys, and we're back. See, I don't pre-record anything. All this stuff is literally off the cuff when we go live. I'm going to wait until we get a couple more people in the stream before we start getting into what happened at Dave & Buster's, because I know a lot of people were asking that question, and I want to make sure that that I can get them the story on what happened and help them out as well. So yeah, Mary Beth, to answer your question, no, I did not pre-record that video. Hey, Tony, I surprised you. Yeah, everyone always surprises me, guys. Have I seen the PTW whole video? I haven't seen it yet because I'm still recovering. I've been working on a lot of stuff. Actually, today it was a very busy day for me off camera. I actually need to get on camera because I have some editing to do for the video coming out for you guys tomorrow. It's actually going to be a gamer green. It's going to be a gamer green video. Why am I doing a Gamer Green video again, even though we just released one? Well, for those of you who don't know, I actually got selected to be one of the Gamer Green ambassadors for 2018, so that's really cool. So we actually got picked up for the Gamer Green program, which is really cool. So I'm going to be able to start bringing you guys the most recent happenings with Gamer Green. We have our first Gamer Green ambassador meeting on Monday night. So that's going to be pretty cool, and I will be able to, on the next stream after that meeting, be able to give you guys some updates on what's going on with Gamer Green and all that other stuff. Now, will you reveal the codes? We didn't get any codes for you guys yet. Now, as I complete different things and as I earn more codes, there is a very good chance that on some of these streams I will be handing out these codes to you guys. But it'll be a couple weeks whenever I actually get into the program and actually start getting stuff. So that's what's going to happen. So yeah, there is a very good chance at some point within this year I will be handing out a lot of free Gamer Green codes. So y'all definitely want to stay tuned and hang out on these live streams with us. So that's like the big news for the Arcade Dad channel. We got picked up for the Gamer Green ambassador thing. If you go to gamergreen.com and you click on ambassadors, go to Green Gamers, you'll see our picture and the Arcade Dad at the very bottom. It's really cool. We're actually already getting the promo from their site and all that other good stuff. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting into that a little bit later with you guys. As everybody knows, this is Super Chat Charlie. Anytime somebody Super Chats, they get their name on Super Chat Charlie. They also get a signed Arcade Dad business card in the mail directly to them. I send them out the next day no matter what happens. Even the day after my surgery, I had a card or two sent out for people that Super Chatted right before the surgery. Every dollar that we get from Super Chat Charlie goes directly back into the YouTube channel to make better and more quality content for all of you guys out there. So if you want to Super Chat, feel free to do so. I'll never turn it away, but I won't force you to do it either. Just know that you guys greatly help out the channel whenever you do that. You also get shout-outs on every single live stream that we do, which is the time for me. I'm going to do several shout-outs throughout this live stream for people that Super Chatted. Let's see. We have Devil's Arcade Maniac, Autism Mama, Midway Maniac, Nismo 2K, let's see, who is David Alcantar, Serenity Sky, Sid Donut, Eugene Campos, Craniacs, Midway Maniac, and Nicholas Grossi. All those guys have donated to us in the past and helped our YouTube channel grow, so everybody make sure to thank them whenever you see them in the chat and when they pop in and out of here, and that'll be absolutely phenomenal if you guys could do that. Definitely love doing shout-outs for all those guys who donated to our channel. So, now that we got all that fun stuff out of the way, we get into the Dave & Buster's incident. Since Matt3756 is live, I don't foresee a lot of people joining up today, unfortunately. So they're just going to have to go missing and not get the information. So if anybody asks, I will just refer them to some of the people that were in here, and then y'all can tell them what happened and the overall resolution. Since I made it very well known when this live stream is going to be and they're not here, so sorry guys. But I will keep this live stream open on our channel for a little bit so people could come back and watch it and see what actually happened. So that's cool. So you guys could definitely stay engaged in the chat. If I don't see your messages, I apologize. Just send them again. Just don't spam the chat because I will be going into storytelling mode. Plus, I will be going through all this documentation that I have here because I'm going to read to you guys exactly the stuff that happened from the time this incident happened until the resolution, which actually was received today. How long will this be? I don't know. How long you willing to stay? So, yeah, just stay to the end so you can actually know what happened, because I'm not going to dumb it down and make a shorter broadcast. So, on December 30th, Jen and I decided, hey, what's going on, Natalie? You came in just in time. We just went over Super Chat Charlie. We went over how I got selected to be a Gamer Green ambassador, and I am about to get into the Gamer Green incident. I have to go birthday party supply, but I can wait. Alright, so on the 30th of December of this past year, 2017, we went into Dave & Buster's. That was a Saturday, and if we do go to Dave & Buster's, guys, on a Saturday, we make sure we go there at 11 o'clock in the morning so we can make sure we're not interfering, because we know Saturdays are busy. So we go there as soon as they open, so we could do like 20-30 minutes of just playing our games, filming, and get out of there before everybody gets in there. No, yeah, I meant Dave & Buster's incident. I got selected for Gamer Green ambassador. Thank you for correcting me on that one. So we go to Dave & Buster's at 11 o'clock in the morning to make sure that, let's see, 28 days, 2017, long or... Okay, that makes no sense. Make sure if you guys said something in the chat, guys, make sure it's legible so I can read it quickly. So, on the 30th of December, we went to Dave & Buster's. We went there at 11 o'clock in the morning so we can make sure that we don't bug people, that, you know, nobody was there pretty much. So we could record, go home, edit the videos that we needed to do before my surgery, and just make sure everything was good to go. We were in there for maybe, I'd say, about 5 minutes playing a game. What's going on, Drew? How you doing, man? So we were at Dave & Buster's for about 5 minutes. We were playing Full Tilt, which is right near the entrance, at 11:05 in the morning. And I know I saw that, dude. I actually recorded the turnover of the subscribers. So we're just recording some Full Tilt, and we were the only ones in the Dave & Buster's at this point in time. Literally, we just walked through the door. And Jen had our little camera that we record all of our videos with, the Canon G16, tiny little handheld piece of crap camera, to be honest with you guys. So we hear a voice come up from behind us that was very aggressive, and he said, "Put the camera down immediately." So me, you know, I have Jen, we have the stroller and all that good stuff. Oh, hello. Speaking of Jen, so we're sitting there and we hear, "Put the camera down immediately." And I was like, so I turned around very standoffish because nobody introduced themselves. I don't know who it was. As far as I knew, we were getting robbed. So I turned around and I said, "Excuse me," to a guy in a Dave & Buster's uniform, a tie, and he had no name tag. So I had no idea who this guy is. And I said, "Excuse me, I didn't get that. What did you say?" And he said, "You need to put your camera down immediately. There is no filming at Dave & Buster's." And I said, "Well, sir, will you ever upload that footage?" "I will not, and you'll know why at the end." So I said, "You know, is there a reason?" And he said, "There is no filming at Dave & Buster's." And I said, "Well, sir, this is for a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel called The Arcade Dad. This is for... this is for the YouTube channel. This isn't for commercial purposes or anything like that." And he goes, "I don't care who you are or what you're filming for. You are never, what is your channel? I don't care who you are. You are never going to film at this location." And he was very, very standoffish, very rude.
He's like very, very aggressive. The way he approached us, like, he's very aggressive.
Yep. So I asked him, I said, "Well, doesn't y'all's policy stand for commercial use only? And, you know, we cannot film for commercial use. This isn't commercial use. It's for a YouTube channel." And he goes, "No, our policy is that there is no filming at any Dave & Buster's ever. It doesn't matter the situation." And I said, "Okay." A representative named Brian Harper from our Claw Council Arcade YouTube group has actually spoken to Kevin Bacchus, the vice president of your company, and he goes, "I know who Kevin Bacchus is." And I was like, there's no L in his name. In my head, there's no L in his name. It's not Kevin Bacchus. It's Kevin Bacchus. He says his name all the time. And I said he has been in contact with him, and he stated that YouTubers are okay to film at Dave & Buster's as long as we're not being disruptive, as long as we're using a handheld camera and all this other stuff. And he goes, "Oh, is that right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, show me the email that you directly had with Kevin Bacchus so I can confirm this." And I said, "Sir, I never said that I have a direct email. I said that our representative from the Claw Council group has spoken to him in the past about this exact same issue, and it was resolved." And he goes, "Well, since you can't produce that email, then you're not going..." He goes, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. I want to see that email." And then he gets on his headset. He backs up a little bit, and he gets on his headset and radios over for somebody to come up. And these were his words: "I need somebody to get up here to back me up immediately because I'm about to physically escort these two out in about 3 minutes.
And he's talking like in front of, what do you call this? No, he's talking between Tony and then Trey and then him. So it's like...
Yeah. So he got on there and said, "I am going to physically escort." Now, one of my past careers was actually a military police officer. So I know by law, he does not have any authority to physically touch anybody. That is called assault, and the threat to do so is verbal assault. So so that happened, and then another guy showed up. So after this guy shows up behind him, who knew who we were, He goes, look, I know that you don't have the email from Kevin, so if I see a camera or any kind of recording device again, and he stepped up towards Jen, like physically stepped towards Jen and said, I will physically have you guys escorted out of here. So I stepped between him and Jen because now that was an act of aggression. And I said, I want your full name, I want your phone number, and I want your, and Mary Beth said it right because he didn't believe us. He was trying to call my bluff. So I stepped up in between him and Jen, and I said, immediately give me your full name, your position, and your phone number, because I'm going to immediately be bringing this up to Kevin Backus as soon as this conversation is over. The guy's eyes gets real wide real quick, and he fumbled around, reached in to his pocket, and he grabbed a business card. He didn't hand it to me. He said not another word. He threw his business card onto full tilt, and he stormed off. Stormed off at a very fast pace. So, during this entire exchange, I'm messaging Brian Harper from NOLA.08, part of the Claw Council, who is the one who has been in contact with Kevin Backus. So, during this whole exchange, he was actually speaking with Kevin Backus on through Reddit, and Kevin Backus informed Brian a little bit after the fact that this guy, whose name was Josh Crittenden.
Josh Crittner.
Yeah, Josh Crittner. He actually messaged Kevin Backus himself and said, get this, guys, remember, this is what we record with. You can actually see it in all of our videos. He told Kevin Backus that an idiot, or I'm sorry, I just read your thing, that a YouTuber showed up out of the blue, that nobody at Dave & Buster's knows who we are, that he's never seen us before, that we walked in there with a Nikon D-series commercial camera rig with tripod demanding to record.
And actually, our tripod that time is just like the tiny one, like $1.
It is a 2-inch or a 3-inch $1 tripod for stability to hold. So all that went down. So of course, Kevin Backus asked Brian what kind of camera I was using. So we sent him a picture, and all that stuff went down, and he just continued to lie, and all that other stuff. So we were like, okay. We put the camera away completely, and we just needed to blow off some steam, so we went to go play a couple games. Well, Monster Drop broke. It stopped working. We got the jackpot. It wasn't counting tickets, none of that stuff. So I went and I got a gamer tag. Now, almost all the gamer tags at this location are actually subscribed to us on YouTube, and he came over and he let us know that Josh Crittner was back there just fired up about getting us kicked out, and told them that they need to follow us around, and if they see so much as a cell phone that you could record video on, to report to him so he can immediately have us thrown out, because and this is what he told them, because we are trying to hack their games and steal free tickets.
We didn't even at least tried at least once to hack the game.
And this game tech, this game tech came up to us and goes, dude, I watch your videos. I know that you guys are 100% against all hacks, all cheats, all exploitation of games. Like, he's slandering your channel and telling people to follow you guys around, dude. So I relay that message over to Brian, who relays it up. And so it was crazy. So after that, we were just like, you know what, we're going to leave. And as we were leaving, Brian said, hey, just talked to Kevin Backus. He said that you guys have permission to film today. And I was like, well, we're not filming. And he goes, yeah, that was my suggestion, to just not film, to just get out of there today.
Because even me, I'm scared to show my camera again, or go there and then take a video again.
Yep. He was trying to intimidate Jen.
I'm the one who's holding the camera,
Yep. He was doing everything he could to step up to Jen. Every time he said the words physically escort out, he would step towards Jen. So I had to continuously step between him and Jen because he was trying to scare her. And that's not okay with me.
It's freaking tall.
So we got the permission. We pretty much got a W that day because of NOLA.08. He hooked us up, and he he got in touch with Kevin Backus for us, and Kevin Backus said we could film there, but we didn't take it. We took the high road. We said, you know what, we're not going to film today. We're going to let him have his day. Apparently he's in a bad mood, so we're just going to leave it alone. So a week later, I reach out to Kevin Backus myself so I could try and just kind of soften the blow of what happened, you know, to try and get some kind of resolution to this. And I'm going to read you guys the message that was sent over to Kevin right now. So I'm going to get it pulled up on the computer, and I'm going to read it to you guys right now. So I'm going to look over this way. So I said, good morning, sir. I am Tony Tony from the Arcade Dad YouTube channel. We had an incident last week, and we just wanted to address it with you directly, so there's no middleman. We were told not to record while playing Full Tilt at 11:05 a.m. last Saturday, in which my opinion is perfectly fine. However, the manner in which it was done, in our professional opinion, was very unprofessional and quite honestly unacceptable. From what we have heard from Brian Harper from NOLA.08 channel, who, from what we understand, has contacted you in the past about a very similar issue that happened to us and is part of our Claw Council YouTube group, as long as we stay within the boundaries of the policy as laid out in a post from you on Reddit, then we should have no issues filming. The quote is here, and this is where he quotes, "If your intention is to just show up and film a video to post on YouTube, like nearly everyone else who films at one of our stores, you can come in and be done with what you wanted to without interfering with anyone else, and you will be perfectly fine." End quote. We always strive to stay well within all company policies on using handheld cameras. A Canon PowerShot G16 and can be seen simply by checking the CCTV footage. Or to make it easier with you, I have attached a photo to this email. We have never planned to use a Nikon D-Series DSLR commercial camera rig with a tripod. And we go out of our way not to disrupt any employees or customers while we record, which is why we arrive at 11 o'clock in the morning as soon as y'all open, and we were the only customers to arrive at the store at that time. This being said, I do understand the policy as written can be misinterpreted by managers, and that's completely understandable, which is why I spoke to Mr. Krittner very professionally and respectfully. What I did not appreciate from this encounter was the manager was extremely rude, aggressive, lied about us and what we were doing, and chewed us out simply for recording in front of everyone that was walking through the mall, while all we were trying to do is follow your policies 100%. I would like some kind of response and some help in this manner. Thank you very much. So, after I sent this message to Kevin Backus directly, we got no response for a week. So I sent another email very similar to his corporate email address up at Dave & Buster's Corporate, in which the read receipt that I attached to it was 100%, it was declined. Which means if you send a read receipt with a professional email through Microsoft Outlook, a message pops up on their corporate email that says, "Would you like to send this read receipt?" And he clicked no. So he did not want me to see that he received that email. So that kind of cheesed me off a little bit, in which I brought this to Brian Harper's attention from NOLA.08, and he had the idea that we should go ahead and just send a letter directly to corporate headquarters via certified mail, in which we did. In which I have a copy of that letter right here, and I'm going to read it to you guys. This letter is from me, the Arcade Dad, that went directly to Dave & Buster's corporate headquarters in Dallas, Texas. To whom this may concern at Guest Relations, I am writing this letter today to bring attention to the experience I had at the Dave & Buster's in Nashville, Tennessee on 30 December 2017 at 11 o'clock in the morning, immediately after opening. I want to point out that I have a YouTube channel called The Arcade Dad, but this letter has nothing to do with being a YouTuber. This letter is written in the context of being a husband and a father. I was told very unprofessionally to stop recording, and this is what kicked off this experience with the manager on duty, Josh Krittner. Once again, I want to make sure that everyone understands this letter has nothing to do with YouTube or me not being able to record. This letter is about how my family, especially my wife, was aggressively confronted and was verbally threatened with physical force by Josh Krittner. During this encounter with Josh, he was very unprofessional and demanded we stop recording. Josh then called another employee to stand behind him in an attempt to intimidate my wife and myself while he aggressively spoke to us. We were completely surprised and shocked since we were not doing anything different than what we have done in this location for the past 6 months or violating any policy that we had seen posted on daveandbusters.com. When I questioned Mr. Krittner about the policy, he told me firmly that it didn't matter who we were or what we were there for. There is no filming at all at any Dave & Buster's location. He then told my wife that if he saw her recording, then he would have her physically removed from the property while she had her hand on my son's stroller. Mr. Krittner then proceeded to grossly misrepresent this encounter by claiming that I was using a professional Nikon D camera with a tripod and professional rig and attempting to hack machines and being disruptive to customers. I would like to address these accusations individually with details that clearly show that Mr. Krittner was over-exaggerating the facts. The camera that I use is a handheld Canon G16. There is no way to confuse a handheld camera this small of a caliber with a Nikon D series rig. I also wasn't setting up a tripod or attempting any type of professional video session at all. It was also brought to my attention that I was attempting to hack machines, which I take very personally as watching someone talk to my wife in such a disrespectful manner. I advocate fair play and put this into the description of every one of my videos, and do not allow any talk of hacking or collab with people who post any videos about hacking or cheating whatsoever. We make it clear that we play the games by the rules set forth by the arcades in which we visit and that they put in writing. Finally, to address that I was being disruptive during the busiest time of the year, I want to point out that that we were at the location at opening and were the first ones there and the only ones that we could tell to be in the arcade at that time. I would never intentionally be disruptive by any manner, or if anything I did was disruptive, I would make sure to stop it immediately, no questions asked. As a member of blah 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 with my profession that I'm not saying on YouTube, my actions are always under scrutiny, and I am held to a code of conduct that I must adhere to both while at work and while I'm not at work. I make sure that I am always aware of my surroundings and the rules that I must follow. It is this code and discipline that I did not escalate the situation and choose to follow the appropriate channels to have my experience and concerns addressed. I know from my professional experience that this is the best course of action for a long-term positive resolution. My immediate ask is that Mr. Krittner be trained on how to specifically address families, especially women. His actions are a liability, and it is just a matter of time before he confronts the wrong individual or individuals. When you address a family in an intimidating manner, it is quite possible that the next husband and father might not have the discipline and professionalism that I did to de-escalate the situation, and it could result in an unnecessary incident. My second ask is that Mr. Krittner be aware of the policies that are posted on the website and the house rules on the website about recording for social media sites. These rules have allowed for hundreds, if not thousands, of social media recordings a day to be posted by people in Dave & Buster's in locations all over the country. I realize that Mr. Krittner will once again exaggerate his position and state that on 30th December was the busiest day of the year and he didn't want us to record and be disruptive. But I want to remind you that he did not state this in this confrontation. He also stating that recording at this establishment will never be allowed, which is not the intent of the house rules or guidance posted on social media. If Mr. Krittner had been aware of these rules, there would not have been a confrontation to begin with. I would argue that the most disruptive actions of the day came from Mr. Krittner himself. I firmly believe that if I were at any other Dave & Buster's that day, there would not have been any issues recording, and this is limited to the Nashville location. Dave & Buster's is an amazing organization with a unique brand that I love, and I've made part of my nomadic lifestyle for many years. I want nothing more than a long-term healthy resolution and relationship with this store in Nashville, and felt that I have accomplished this until just recently. I appreciate your time, and any actions that you take will help the situation that I encountered. I look forward to a very long-term and positive outcome. Sincerely, Tony the Arcade Dad. So that went directly to corporate headquarters of Dave & Buster's. So that brought us up to last week. Again, I heard nothing for 3 to 5 business days, which is the corporate policy for a response. So on business day number 6, I decided to make a phone call to Dave & Buster's corporate because I was getting very sick of the non-responses and the sweeping it under the rug. So I made a call directly up to Dave & Buster's corporate on last Thursday morning, and I was really mad because whenever I asked about the certified letter that I sent, legally certified letter that I sent to Dave & Buster's, they actually forwarded my phone call back to the Nashville location. So I heard the Nashville location recording over the phone. So I hung up and I immediately called right back and said, "Ma'am, I would appreciate if you did not redirect me to the Nashville location. I did not send a letter to Nashville. I sent it to the corporate office because this is who I feel needs to address this issue. It cannot be addressed at that level." So she forwarded me over to the line of Tiffany, who wasn't in her office at the time. So I left her a very professional but very forceful message about why I was calling and that I demand a call back today. So Tiffany, very sweet lady by the way, calls me back about 30 minutes later, and her and I discuss the situation from top to bottom. She let me know that that they have actually already gotten contact with the general manager, who apparently has met me in person on several occasions. I was unaware of this, but I have met him and the other general manager, him and her, several times while recording and had no run-ins. Mr. Crittner very conveniently took last week off of work, so whenever corporate headquarters called the store to try and get in contact with him, they actually got in contact with several other people who actually knew who we were, and we've never had any issues with these guys. This issue was solely with Josh Crittner, and it became very, very, very prevalent at that point in time that this is a Josh Crittner issue and that this was not an issue that we caused issues at Dave & Buster's. So they talked to a couple different people. They all knew who we were. They actually thought that something happened to us because they called in reference to the arcade dad, and they haven't seen me there in a month and a half. So they're like, oh my God, did something happen to him? And they're like, no. And I told the lady, I said, yeah, we got kicked out. So something did happen to us. We got kicked out of Dave & Buster's literally for a recording. You know, and no, I'm not going to lie, guys. The thought of uploading that recording, because we had a lot of that conversation actually on camera that I ended up deleting the footage. But a time went by where I actually debated posting that video up to YouTube and saying we literally got kicked out of Dave & Buster's for nothing more than recording. No hacks, no cheats, just recording. And I was going to upload the audio from it. But I decided to be the better person and go through the corporate mess. So me and Tiffany up at corporate headquarters actually had a very, very pleasant conversation, and we worked out a bunch of stuff. She let me know everything that's been happening behind the scenes, which was really cool. And she let me know that as long as we are not getting a commercial amount of money, which is like big time bucks from YouTube, then there should be no reason that we cannot record at that location. I asked her to give it to me in writing, in which I do have a letter from Dave & Buster's corporate headquarters that I got in the mail today that I will be reading to you guys. Unfortunately, she did not give me the permission to record in writing like I asked. However, she did tell me on the phone that their general manager, whose name is Darius Chamber, knows who we are and he knows the situation and has given us full blessing to record at the Dave & Buster's. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was very happy about that. She also let me know that Mr. Crittner is going to be undergoing sensitivity training and corporate counseling for his behavior on that day. They actually went back and they checked the CCTV and all that good stuff to make sure that everything was on par with what I said, from what I understand. She did research on the camera that I was using, and it was proven that I was not using a Nikon D-series commercial rig with tripod and microphone and all that other crap. That we went in there with a Canon G16 handheld crappy camera. So the letter that I got from Dave & Buster's today, it was very, it made me happy that I received it. I'm going to get the actual original because that one's a copy. So she sent it directly to me. And she said, Dear Mr. the Arcade Dad, I'm not going to say the name. Thank you for taking the time out to let us know of your recent visit to Dave & Buster's Nashville location. Dave & Buster's takes pride in providing our guests with fun, excellent food, and legendary service. This was definitely legendary, I'll tell you that. We appreciate all comments and suggested and value Dave & Buster, and we value Dave & Buster customers like you. In response to your letter, I contacted Darius Chamber, the assistant general manager of the Nashville location, and today we looked into your concerns. Other than what we discussed on the internet, we also apologize, or discussed on phone, we also apologize for any frustration that you may have experienced as a result of the filming and photography policy at that location. Our policies are long-standing and are in place to ensure that all of our guests have the opportunity to enjoy themselves in a safe environment. By no means did we wish that these policies to be an inconvenience to you. For the filming and photography policy, please visit this website and click on the Nashville location house policies link, which their house policies, by the way, got a huge upgrade during this past week. And I will read to you the new house policies that they got language directly from our letter. Again, thank you so much for your letter. Your feedback is essential so we may deliver an unparalleled guest experience through the best combination of food, drinks, and games. We hope you will use the enclosed Be Our Guest certificates to join us again and allow us to replace this experience with a more enjoyable memory. Sincerely, Tiffany Wynn from Guest Relations Representative at Dave & Buster's headquarters. So, and they also threw in a couple, let me get them out. So they threw in a couple Be Our Guest $10 certificates for dealing with that dude. So they definitely, Dave & Buster's corporate did step up to the plate, and they definitely helped me out. They got in contact with the general manager. Apparently the other managers never had an issue with me recording. They actually said that they enjoy me being out there because it's always a pleasant experience hanging out with us. And Josh Crittner seems to be the only issue at that location, and he is being dealt with as we speak this week. So we should be able to resume filming at Dave & Buster's starting next Wednesday if we so choose to, which we have $40 that we need to spend at Dave & Buster's anyway. So whenever I actually get fully recovered and I'm able to actually get out and record again, then yeah, to answer your question, we will be able to go back and we'll be able to go back and film with no issues. We have a copy of this letter stapled to a copy of the new house policies that we are going to be bringing with us to Dave & Buster's every single time we go to film. So we can outline in here that this is a non-issue and that we have gotten this settled at a higher level than what they can handle at that store. Let's see. These are the new house policies. Permission is required for filming or photography intended for commercial use to include journalism, meaning if you are news media or anyone higher using for commercial and commercial profitable gain, meaning you are getting a what they call a commercial amount of money for your videos, then you need permission to film. However, if it is for social media, YouTube, then you're good to go as long as you're not making profit. Filming or photography of other guests or staff members require their express permission. That is obvious. Don't go there and film people, guys, that don't want to be on camera. No filming or photography of games for the purpose of gaining an unfair playing advantage, meaning do not film yourself cheating. That's dumb. Why would you do that? Just film normal stuff. They're actually going to be coming down real hard on channels that they see that are showing cheats at Dave & Buster's. So make sure if you have any of those videos, go make them private or something because they're looking for them. Let's see. No use of tripods or other equipment that interferes with the ability of other guests to enjoy their Dave & Buster's experience without prior written permission. And finally, they say we reserve the right to revoke permissions of the use of photographic or video equipment if we need to. Pretty much, if something happens, then they can say, okay, no more. So, guys, I encourage all of you guys, if you guys are filming at Dave & Buster's, make sure you have a printout of the house policies, at least, with you. All of the house policies, from what I understand, across the board are now the exact same as the ones that I have here from the Nashville location because of my letter. They made them very clear, to the point, and across all website platforms on daveandbusters.com. So all the house policies reflect the exact same as what I just read. So I would definitely make sure to have a printout of that if you're ever going to go to Dave & Buster's and film. Just in case they tell you not to film, you can refer to the guidance. Let them know that you're not filming for commercial use, that you are not getting commercial profit or sponsorships for your video, that you're recording at their location, and that this has already been brought to the attention of corporate and it's good to go. And they should let you go. If not, then I would definitely look at reaching out to the general manager, or like we had to do, go to corporate headquarters and make sure that we can do this. So that is the Dave & Buster's experience. We are good to go now. We have the letter proof that we need to film at Dave & Buster's. We have our little play certificates that we didn't even ask for. And guys, if you do have an issue at Dave & Buster's, this is my request to all of y'all. If y'all have any issues recording at any of these corporate arcades, and you do need to reach out to somebody higher than the normal general manager position, do it the way that we did it, okay? Do it as professionally as you can. Don't go demanding stuff. Don't demand money. Don't demand that they give you play certificates. Don't demand anything other than proper training and to be treated fairly. That's what we did, and it resulted very well for us. And we really do want to thank Dave & Buster's headquarters for reaching out and helping us getting this major, in my opinion, this major issue resolved. Because they could have just told me to go kick rocks. You know what I mean? But Tom, I would like an apology from that guy as well. I would like nothing more than that guy to have to come onto my YouTube channel and apologize. But that's too far ahead. With this guy, it seemed like it was more about pride than anything else.
Yeah.
And that's why he went and called Kevin Backus before we had the chance to reach out, so he could make up false stories about what we were doing, the camera equipment we were using, is because he didn't want to be told that he was wrong, because he knew what the policy was. He understood that YouTubers are allowed to film. He was just wanting to strut his stuff, and he knew that he was in the wrong whenever he saw that I was serious about contacting Kevin about his attitude, and that's why he went and slandered our channel. To be honest with you, it was 100% slander. It was lying about our person, or what we were personally doing, and lying about what our channel was doing, in hopes of hurting our channel and hurting us individually on a personal level with their staff. That is slander and is federally illegal. What are you doing? It's federally illegal to slander, and that's exactly what he was doing. He was back there lying to his entire staff about what we were doing. A lot of the people there were subscribed to our channel who are no longer on our subscriber list. So he did cause people to unsubscribe from our channel by lying, telling them that we were doing something that we're 100% against. So I would love nothing more than an apology from that guy, but I know we're never going to get it. So the next best thing is for me to go back to Dave & Buster's when I'm recovered, have my letter in hand, a big smile on my face, hitting jackpots on camera while smiling at him with a letter that protects me from any confrontation with him ever again. So we're going to use it, and we're not going to be crappy about it. We're not going to be rude at any point in time about it, but we are going to exercise our rights as paying customers who abide by the company policies. And if we do run into another confrontation, we'll make sure that we handle it appropriately at the appropriate level, which is now for us going to be corporate level every single time. Because I know that Tiffany Nguyen is going to help me out up there, and she was a great asset to have on our side. Along with the general manager here in Nashville, special thanks to him for understanding the situation and digging down deeper into what actually happened, and seeing through the fibs and the lies that were being told about us at Dave & Buster's. So shout out to that guy, and all the other Dave & Buster's staff who work behind the scenes that have met us in the past and stuck up for us. Like, kudos to all you guys. It only takes one bad apple to ruin a full experience, and he totally did. But I feel like Dave & Buster's actually, I feel like we got our justice because Dave & Buster's came and said it right. So we're going to go in there with caution. We still kind of feel unwelcome a little bit, but hopefully whenever we show up there again to record and to just have a good time there, hopefully they'll be able to make the experience a lot more pleasant from us. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm sorry I haven't been able to dive down into the chat until I got through everything that happened here. It was a lot of information to go through. So I apologize for how lengthy it was, but I wanted to give you guys. I kept telling y'all I would tell y'all exactly what went down at Dave & Buster's. So I wanted to make sure that it was that I got it all laid out for you guys as my audience. Y'all deserve an answer on why I got in the past month 13 messages in 2 days asking me when the next Dave & Buster's video is going to be. And I gave a bullcrap response of, well, I'll be able to tell you guys soon. so I wanted to give you guys, the viewers who wanted to stop in and hear what actually happened. I wanted to give you guys the full story. So I hope you guys learned a little bit. Fantastic wit, a lot went on, but the answer to the question in the title, are YouTubers allowed to film at Dave & Buster's? YouTubers are 100% allowed to film at Dave & Buster's as long as you either demonetize your videos or you are not making a commercial amount of money on them. And as long as you're using a handheld camera, small handheld camera, you are not being disruptive to the staff or the guest or filming the staff and guest without their permission, you are perfectly fine to film at Dave & Buster's. Just don't go up there and act crazy and show your butt, because I put me, myself, and the rest of the Claw Council, Dragon Claw Games, and NOLA 08, we put a lot on the line during this confrontation. We put not only our channels out on the line and put our channels on blast, but we put a lot personally into this resolution with Dave & Buster's. So I just request, if you are going to film at Dave & Buster's, please do not ruin that. Print out the community guidelines from the Dave & Buster's website, the house policies under filming or photography and filming. Keep those with you and please abide by them, because there is a lot of time, effort, putting my channel, NOLA 08's channel on blast, Dragon Claw Games channel on blast. We put a lot on the line to make sure that we could get these policies put in place and enforced at the level they're supposed to be enforced at. So just make sure if you're going to film out there to do so respectfully. And if you're asked not to film, don't show your butt. Don't be rude. Be very professional and deal with it the way that we did. And you should be fine. And if you need to reach out to corporate headquarters, send them a letter certified mail. And you should be good. Let's see.
It's like we don't want to hate Dave and Buster's, you know.
Exactly. We have no hate for Dave and Buster's. We love Dave and Buster's. I just have a passionate hate for how that guy felt that he was so entitled that he could say and act any way he wanted to without repercussion. And the funniest thing was, before Tiffany got off the phone with me, she asked if she could reference this incident whenever she dishes out the counseling and training to Josh Krittner. And since I knew that this whole situation was about pride for him, since he just took over the location, I very pridefully said, "Ma'am, I would be honored if you use this situation and tell him this is why he's going through the training." So that was my prideful stab. So he is going to know that the arcade dad is the one who has made it to where he has to go through this training, and is the reason he is in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Trey is out.
Well, because for me, like, in my opinion, on how he handled the situation, that Josh, it's like, if you will see it, we're still customers. You can just ask us not to record, and that's it. We're not going to argue with that. But the thing is, like, on how he approached us.
Yeah, the encounter could have been 20 seconds.
Yeah,
you know, and he felt the need to look down on us, to step forward to us physically and aggressively, to have somebody stand behind him as an intimidation factor. I know I work in security. I know what intimidation does and how to use it. I'm not stupid. He pretty much messed with the wrong person in this time. And he messed with the right but the wrong person, because I can call him on his bull stuff. And I knew what he was trying to do, which is why I was able to professionally handle it. However, he dealt with the right guy because I was able to professionally handle it. If he dealt with the wrong person, the aggressions that he took towards Jen, legally, I could have stepped in and taken care of, or physically taken things into my own hands out of self-defense for my wife, because he stepped towards her aggressively while saying, "I'm going to escort you out." I could have legally put my hands on him and put him down under self-defense laws. It was, yes, Liz, you are 100% correct. This is classified under federal law as verbal assault because he is threatening to physically attack. I could have called the police and explained them the situation and said he verbally assaulted my wife, and he would have been arrested on the spot because I would have pressed charges if I didn't know how to handle it correctly. So he's lucky he dealt with us and not somebody who would have been a lot more aggressive with the situation. However, he's unlucky because we went straight to corporate headquarters and now he's getting taken care of. And stepping towards you, threatening, is also assault. You are correct about that, 100%. So, you know, it was all seen on camera and it was all handled at the appropriate levels. So whenever I am recovered, we will be able to go back to Dave & Buster's and do what we normally do, which I'm very excited about. They hooked us up with $40 of guest certificates. So they're going to, you know, they did everything at corporate level that they could to make us feel welcome at their establishment again. The general manager here knows exactly who we are, what we look like, what we do, and he is 100% fine with us doing what we do at his location. And his name is actually stated in the letter from Dave & Buster's that we're going to have on us all the time that says, if you have a question about what we're doing, please call this guy. He will set it straight for us right now. Tom says, your restraint is awesome. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. I did see in the chat, I'm going to jump back up a couple of steps. A lot of people are asking how I'm doing. I'm doing fine. I'm still in a lot of back pain, but I'm working through it, guys. I'm able to sit up and I'm able to talk to you guys. I'm able to do the live stream that I promised you guys. So, you know, I'm very excited about that, that I'm able enough to stay awake and functional long enough to at least knock out these live streams for y'all before I pass out again and take a nap. I'm going to have to do another. By the way, guys, I did the hot noodle challenge, and I almost passed it with double spicy noodles. I was one bite away, and then I swallowed wrong, and it went down the wrong tube, and it hurt really bad, so I had to stop.
But, like, for me, on that guy, I mean, I'm not hoping that he got fired in his position. I'm just hoping that he learned his lesson on the situation.
Exactly. That's it. Yep, I got in a verbal altercation with the tech in Austin over my visual impairment. He thought I was tampering with the game. Oh, that's ridiculous. How's Trey and Jen doing? Trey and Jen, how are y'all doing? Well, Trey's doing phenomenal. He is just Audi 5000 at this point in time.
I was about to give him a bat, but now he's out, so... But, tell them about, about Trey. Every time, we give him a bat.
UK Slot Machines and Claw Machine says, my motto is if the arcade doesn't allow filming, then they are not getting my business. See, we love the arcade. We love going to the arcade and just playing games. You know, filming for you guys is just like a perk on top of that. And like I said in my letter to corporate, up until the Josh Crittner incident, we never had an issue with this Dave & Buster's. We know a lot of people that work there. We know some of the managers. We know some of the... oh, crap. Hey, babe, can you run and get my charger?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we're running low. We're at 10%.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, and I'd say it probably has 2 more minutes before it dies on us. But, you know, we never had an issue. They've always been phenomenal. Their managers always come up and ask how we're doing. And they, you know, they're just really good people that work up there. And then Josh Crittner took over the location, and he is the only one who had any issue up there. So I'm happy that Dave & Buster stepped up and handled the situation the way that they should have. They definitely made a happy ending to the situation. And everybody thank Noladad08 in the comment section right now. Everybody thank Noladad08 for helping us out through the situation as well. He definitely stepped up as a call council member and made it to where we had an avenue of somebody to reach out for to get this process started. You know, he does corporate stuff, and he was my mentor through this entire situation. Guys, y'all say that my resolve and that my, you know, that I handled it very appropriately. Y'all can ask him how many times I completely lost it on the phone with him. You know, if it wasn't for him, I may not have had the mental stamina to handle the situation the way we did, because there were, I'd say, probably 6 or 7 times that I got him on the phone and just went in full vent mode and just lost my cool like 100% about what I feel needs to happen, about what Josh can do, where Josh can stick it, and you know how horrible of a person this dude is, and how I can't believe he is acting the way he did and what he did to us. And Brian Noladad08, he stepped up to the plate, calmed me down, and said, "No, dude, don't go nuclear. This is how it needs to be handled. This is what you need to do. Stay on track, stay on target. It's going to take a while, but we will get it resolved, I promise." So he definitely kept a cool head on me, because there were several times where I almost went nuclear. There were several times where I almost posted the video on YouTube. It was a very, very rough month and a half behind the scenes, guys. Very rough month, but I wanted to share this with you guys, mostly so y'all know how to act if you run into this situation, to give you advice on what to do if you're going to record at Dave & Buster's. Make sure to have the house policies printed at least so you can reference them. Make sure that you're following them. But also to show you guys some of the challenges that us as arcade YouTubers have behind the camera. You know, behind the scenes, you know, we do a lot for you guys. And, you know, having you guys come up to the live streams listening, having you guys donate on Super Chat Charlie, you know, it means so much to us, and it makes all of this, you know, all this headache, all of this crazy stuff that we have to do just to be able to film a 10-minute video for you guys. It makes it all worth it. It really does, man. So it's a special thanks to all you guys out there for supporting us, for being here, for donating on Super Chats, just for all that good stuff, man. Like, all this stuff is for you guys, man. It really is. And we're very happy to go above and beyond with this entire situation to make sure that we can still bring you guys good, fair gameplay content without having to resort to cheats and hacks and, you know, disrespecting stuff and all that other craziness, you know what I mean? So, yeah, special thanks to all you guys in the chat for hanging out with us for this, so far for this hour that it took me to tell you guys about the situation. As you can tell why this took a week for me to prepare, I was actually waiting for this to come in the mail right here. This is what I was waiting for. right there. This was the deciding factor if we even did this live stream. Adrian says, hi, Arcade Dad from Australia. Hey, how are you doing out there? How is life down there? What is your favorite arcade down there in Australia? That's awesome. It's on my bucket list of places to visit. It really is. You're awesome, Tony. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. I'm just very glad that we were able to get this whole thing resolved. And by the way, guys, do y'all want to see my back scar so far? Everyone just type in yes or no if y'all want to see it. I'm finally able to walk around bandage free. So you can see where the surgery happened. It's crazy. Sarah says, hi, Arcade Dad from Redmond, Washington. Hey, how's it going up there in Washington? Probably super cold, right? Let's see. So we got one yes. We got two yeses. I don't want to gross anybody out, but it's not too bad, I don't think. Okay, so we got some yeses, guys. I'm going to show the scar on my back. So if you get queasy easily, then you can just go ahead and turn and look away. I'll tell you when it's done. It's still a little difficult for me to get up. There we go. There she is. Right there. Right there. It hurts for me to spin around, guys. Alright, we're good. No more scar on screen. As better get videos out soon. I'm going to withdraw, waiting for your next video. Tom, I have videos come out every Wednesday and Saturday. The next video is going to be tomorrow morning. And it's going to be a Gamer Green video, guys. Tomorrow morning is going to be a Gamer Green video. Going back to the beginning of the thing. Why is it going to be a Gamer Green video? Because the Arcade Dad got chosen as a Gamer Green ambassador for 2018. Yes, he did. So we are going to be doing another Gamer Green video for tomorrow morning's video. It's not going to be a high win video or anything like that. But it is just going to be us playing games at a Gamer Green video or a Gamer Green claw machine because they're a lot of fun, guys, and definitely recommend you go find one. So I will be able to start bringing you guys very soon the most up-to-date and accurate information about what's going on with Gamer Green. We're very excited about that and about being a part of it. And Arcade Boss got chosen as well, so that's really cool. That I know somebody that's gonna be hanging out with us on Monday night's meeting, so it's gonna be really cool. Let's see. I don't know if I should record a video from Target today. Why not? Go for it. Thank you so much, Nola Dad. I wait for the congrats. I really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, it was really fun hanging out with you guys for this hour. Again, you know, the support from you guys, the donations from you guys, everything that y'all do, watching our videos, commenting, liking our videos, all that stuff makes everything worth it, guys. Like, it really does. It makes everything that we do behind the scenes, you know, like the Gamer Green thing, to make sure that I could give y'all the most accurate information, dealing with the Dave & Buster stuff, like all this paperwork that's covering my desk from going through this process. Because there's a lot of, like as y'all saw today, there was a lot of paperwork going through this process with Dave & Buster's. The support from all you guys makes it totally worth it for me, and I'm more than happy to go through it so I can bring you guys some fun content. So I really hope you guys continue to enjoy the videos. Selena Gomez Arcade says, I'm from Indonesia. Oh, that's awesome. That's another place. I want to go hiking through Indonesia. I heard it's very beautiful out there. But, you know, like everything that y'all do makes it worth it. I'm more than happy to do it. You know, and y'all just make me so happy to be doing these live streams and to get up from my bed and come in here and live stream for you guys for the little bit of time that I can without hurting too bad. But my back is starting to get sore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get off, guys. We have been here for 59 minutes and 35 seconds. But before I get off, guys, I do want to give one more shout out to everyone who has donated super chats to us in the past. We have Devil's Arcade Maniac, youtube.com/Devil's Arcade Maniac, Autism Mama, Midway Maniac, Drew is awesome, guys, youtube.com/Midway Maniac, Nismo, Sid Donut 24, youtube.com/Craniacs, Nicholas Grossi for asking amazing questions the other day in the live stream, David Alcantor, Eugene Campos. Thank you guys all so much for super chatting and donating to our channel. Y'all are the reason that our channel is able to get made with as good a quality and as good a gameplay as possible, is because of the money that y'all donated in super chat. So guys, if y'all heard a name on there and you know that they have a YouTube channel, definitely type it into your search bar and go check them out and hit the subscribe button. Help them out, guys. I do want to give one more huge congratulations out to another member of the Claw Council. Dragon Claw Games smashed the 1,000 subscriber barrier today, so everybody say congratulations to Dragon Claw Games. They smashed 1,000 subs today, so now the Claw Council is 100% full of people that have hit over 1,000 subscribers. So that's actually really cool. We can finally say that everyone in the Claw Council is at over 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. So congratulations to those guys. Check it out, everybody. Dragon Claw Games at 1,000 subscribers. Myself, I'm at 1,553. Noladad, I just closed it out while I was checking his because I'm stupid. But Noladad08, guys, he has been skyrocketing recently. He just flew right past me. He had 1,586 subscribers today. So congratulations to everybody out in the Claw Council for just killing it out there, guys. And keep up the great work with these videos, man. You guys are awesome. But I'm going to go ahead and head out now because it's about nap time for Tony. So I could continue to not hurt as bad. JPMC04, what's up, man? You're late. But I'm about to go so I can pass out and take my medication because it's starting to hurt again. So I'm going to bounce out, guys. Thank you all so much for hearing about the Dave & Buster's incident, and I'm glad that we finally got it all resolved. And remember, guys, if you ever have trouble finding your inner child, it's probably at the arcade. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and listening to the Dave & Buster story, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.